Good afternoon, YouTube community, sports fans, nation and worldwide. You've entered the Sports Opinion Log. I'm your boy Lex Anderson, and well, I'm just here to collect what's due to me. The efficiency of North Carolina, the no-look pass, the way in which we took apart, dismantled, blew out, and humiliated the Duke Blue Devils. That's what I live for. But not Lex Anderson, the prophet. I said it yesterday. My team backed my play. We got the victory. So no, we're not going to open up and talk about the big doofus with no heart who got injured and never came back. No, we're going to focus on Luke May. 30 points, 15 rebounds. Stellar double-double. We're going to talk about Cam Johnson, 26 points. Who else? Hold on here. Who else we got over here? And Brooks, 14 points. I already talked about it. The big three of North Carolina versus the big three of the hated Duke Blue Devils. And they went down. They stayed down. And they went down hard. And you know what? At the end of the day, a W is a W. So yeah, I'll take it because it's our 10th straight victory. We knocked off a #1 team, so that puts us in a first place tie for first. Yeah, from 8 to #1. That's what winners do. And you know, it was hilarious. I'm watching the game. I see him trip and fall. The announcer's like he's injured. I'm like, what's going on? Because I'm just concerned with the fast break and getting some easy buckets. And then you see the replay, the toe drag, the cheap-ass Nike sneaker made overseas, made in China, blows open. Down goes Zion, and down goes the Duke Blue Devils. And I'm fine with that on their floor. So, you know, I was going to almost double dip and break out the blue shirt, but I'm breaking out the black shirt because last night, North Carolina pretty much effectively ended the Blue Devils' hopes and dreams of becoming national champions. And why is that? Because all of a sudden, now we don't know if we'll ever see Zion Williamson again. So I'm not here to praise or laud or exalt Zion Williamson the way the bandwagon, jock-riding, nutsack-carrying bullshit artists have on the sports networks, in the streets. See, in the streets of New York, people saw this and they knew. They knew that the prophet was in the building. People coming up to me, shaking my hands, telling me, you called it, Lex Anderson. How did you know? It's easy. Royalty knows royalty. It's as simple as that. And I called it that Duke would fall. The prophet called it. Duke fell. They fell hard. And I'm happy with it. I will gladly take that. Why not? Nike makes cheap-ass shoes anyway. Talking about how they make 500 million shoes annually. Who cares? You have a 285-pound, multifaceted, multi-talented player, explosive, and his shoes give out? Really? That's pretty damn embarrassing to me. Oh man, oh man. But I am amazed. I am marveling at the people that paid the $2,500 per ticket. The man that brought his family from Seattle to experience a game, and in less than 1 minute, Zion falls down, stays down, his crappy, cruddy sneakers tucked under the chair. I'm surprised no one took him to hold him in a bag, because that's a footnote in history that Duke went down at the hands of North Carolina. All is well and good on my side of town, folks. America, worldwide, however you want to slice it, however you want to dice it, saute it, cook it up. It all equals a delicious bowl of a loss for the Duke Blue Devils. My boy Callie, we're back and forth on the WhatsApp. You can follow my sports group, Sports Opinion Log, on Facebook. Link is below. And please check out the video below where I had already given in great detail why North Carolina would tie the series at 23 apiece. And now we have a share of the #1 spot, which means bigger and better things. March Madness is right around the corner. I smell another championship shirt in my future. And as for Duke, who knows? Coach K is a clone anyway. He's ripped off John Calipari's system of one and dones. Zion was heavily recruited by North Carolina. He turned us down. So I will gladly accept that karma has rearranged the order and things are where they need to be. North Carolina, UNC Tar Heel Nation back on top, ruling March Madness, and going back to the championship round and taking what is our birthright, the NCAA National Men's Basketball Championship. Now, let's get on to something else. I give a tip of the cap to the Blue Devils. They did try to hold it down. Let me just throw out the stats real quick. Barrett, 33 points. Reddish, 27 points. But the abysmal three-point shooting from both clubs was atrocious. But you know what? You know that euphoric high when you're watching the game and the commentators are like, and the lead is now at 22 points. Oh yeah. But you know what? I didn't rest on my laurels. I watched the game till the clock hit all zeros. Because the Cameron crazies, they are crazy. Despite getting blown out, they kept chanting, they kept roaring, they kept trying to implore their team to victory. But it was not to be, because North Carolina rules. We rule. But the three-point shooting, like, come on. Zion goes down, and freaking the Blue Devils just start hoisting all these crazy threes. They were 8 of 39 for what, 20%? But UNC, 2 of 20 for 10%? Like, oh my God. Oh, but it matters not. We secured a victory. We move forward. Duke is being left with a lot of questions about where do they go from here? Does Zion ever suit up again? Will he participate in March Madness? I don't know and I don't care. If you want to find out, check someone else. But I will be back March 9th. It's the rematch in our house, so you best believe Lex Anderson is going to be here front and center. But let's talk about one thing that I've been talking about for almost every video I put out when it comes to something regarding the NCAA, which is a billion-dollar industry, which now people all of a sudden want to talk about. Oh, college athletes, student athletes don't get paid. No shit. I talk about it in almost every goddamn video. But no, we got to have a tweet from Donovan Mitchell for the Utah Jazz. Please, I've been talking about it. How student athletes should be given a stipend. It's simply a modernized form of modern day slavery. NCAA basketball and football. I say it with every video. Billion-dollar industry, billion-dollar numbers. Go to Google Earth. Map out USC. Check out the campus grounds. It's pretty intense. Okay? These coaches walk around like gods. The FBI still has the investigation for teams with their shoe deals. So you tell me. Who's that sleazebag? Oh my goodness. Oh, hold on. Let me look it up on the iPad real quick. Adidas shoe. Help me out here. I am so tight that I'm not remembering his name right now. Because he took 90% of the profits. Come on, come on. Adidas. Oh, it's like everybody's breaking the law here with these shoe deals. It's disgusting. Man, and I call this guy a scumbag all the time. Let's see. There he is. Rick Pitino. Scumbag. Loser. Takes all the money to steer kids to signing over for Adidas. Like, give me a break. These coaches walk around campus like they're gods and no one does anything about it. Okay? NCAA, modernized slavery, that's all it is. Oh, Zion and his knee sprain, he might lose out on millions of dollars. And then, first of all, the NBA was wrong for denying kids the opportunity to go from high school to the NBA. What's the big deal? What was the big deal? Kevin Garnett, Moses Malone, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. Like, come on. High school to the pros. Why not? If they're physically gifted, if they're talented, why not? Because the NBA had hoped that by putting that 1 year block, they were hoping that the kids would do a year in that whack-ass G League, which used to be the D League, the National Basketball Developmental League, but it became the G League under Gatorade because you need that corporate money. So the hopes was that all these bright future prospects would spend a year there so they could, get some ratings going, so they could build some fan base. But that hasn't happened because the kids know that if you go to college route, you get the exposure, you get March Madness, you get the tournaments. And, on his part, Zion, his stock did go up by spending this 1 year at Duke. Coach K has revolutionized and rebuilt his team and his organization through going through the one and dones, even though Calipari was ridiculed and reviled for doing it, but look at who does it. And now it's okay because he does Team USA. People will always spend things in the manner that benefits them. But here in the Sports Opinion Log with Lex Anderson, there's no strings on me, folks. Nothing. Dirt off my shoulders. I'm clean to say whatever I want. And the fact is that the white man isn't going to clean up the system. There will not be a stipend. So, Zion, sit out the rest of the season. Why not? Make it easier for us to get to where we need to be. And that's this year's national champions. I don't care where Zion goes from this point out. Couldn't give I don't want to say a rat's ass. Whoops, I already said it. I couldn't give a F about where Zion and Duke goes from here because it's all about this, baby. Right there. North Carolina, Tar Heel Nation. I'm all for it, ride or die to the very end. And speaking of the end, we've come to the end of this video. Tell me what you think. Should Zion suit up if he's okay? Should he sit out for the rest of the season? People are already clamoring about how Kyrie Irving only did 9 games at Duke, and look at how his career's turned out. Well, his career is still kind of middling because Kyrie's very flaky. But most Duke players, when they hit the NBA, not all of them become successful. North Carolina actually has a better turnout of more successful NBA players than Duke. Grant Hill, how many years was he injury prone? Then he tried chasing after that elusive championship ring that he never really did get. So yeah, when it comes to the Blue Bloods, royalty, it's always in North Carolina's house. Zion, you only have no one to blame but yourself. You should have signed with Roy Williams and joined a winning team. But now you're stuck in a locker room. Actually, he wasn't even in the locker room. Yeah, I can't even end this video yet. Zion Williamson is a coward. He's a fake and he's a fraud because when he got injured, as I was listening to the commentators, they said that during halftime, he wasn't even in the locker room. He was in a separate room watching the game with his parents or something like that. So how's that for leadership? How's that for being a leader? How's that for lack of leadership? Zion Williamson, he has no heart. But we do. That's why we'll be this year's national champions, as decreed by the prophet. So yeah, off with Zion Williamson and, the story about how the NCAA should pony up some money. It's just a pipe dream. It's an old, archaic system, modernized slavery, so that student athletes will not be paid. Enjoy all the free uniforms, enjoy the free room and board, enjoy the free tuition, even though being a one and done, you're not really getting much of an education to begin with. It's all a scam. But the only thing that's real is here in the Sports Opinion Log. And if you've come this far, just do the right thing and commit by subscribing to this channel. And that bell icon to your right, ding, make sure to press it to stay updated for any and all upcoming future videos. Thank you very much for tuning in to this video. I'm going to do what I do best. Get ready for whatever's going on tonight. This is your boy Lex Anderson, popping my collar because I'm signing out. Oh yes, nothing beats a good old North Carolina victory over the hated Blue Devils. What's Zion Williamson gonna do? Who knows? Who cares? less than a minute into the game. Can you imagine? And you don't get a refund on those tickets. Oh, the God. Well, I guess if you're taking your family to see the game, paying $2,500 a pop plus taxes, I'm sure you'll be fine. Maybe they should give him his broken-ass sneakers. Zion Williamson will just be a minor footnote in this rivalry, and he couldn't even get past the first goddamn minute. Ha 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 ha!